I hope you all can see that. So with Washington State Ferries is actually part of Washington State Department of Transportation. And as you can see, we go throughout the state of Washington, Washington State Department of Transportation, and ferries is just a small little part of it. With Washington State Ferries, we actually have over 25 million people or riderships per year on our ferries. And as you can see on this slide right here, these are our different locations that we have that we transport passengers through, sorry. And with Washington State Department of Transportation's Washington State Ferries, we do have a strategic plan. And that plan includes our vision, our mission, our values, and our goal areas. And as you can see in this screen right here, that it's kind of like a well-oiled machine, that it all works together, that our safety, the engagement, the sustainability, our leadership, the integrity, and the innovation all works together to be an inclusive workforce development and practical solutions. So we are very diverse. We take these things very literally, and to make and build a strong workforce development. So what I want to kind of go over today is our on-call. Usually all of our deckhands and our terminal attendants, which is our entry-level positions that we have with Washington State Ferries, are on calls, and we start up. And a couple of the bottom line upfront things that you need to know is punctuality and reliability are our number one, are very critical. That's our number one component, because if people don't show up to work, we may miss a sailing. And with over 25 million people that we service, that can affect the community. Our expectations are that you are available to work, including holidays and weekends, and that you accept assignments from dispatch at all hours. So you must adjust your personal life to accommodate an on-call status. But why WSDOT? Why WSDOT is more than just a paycheck. WSDOT is a public service with a purpose. So not only is it a paycheck, but it is something that you can feel like you are providing safe, reliable transportation to our communities. It's an unprecedented career growth opportunity. So not only do we have our deckhands and our terminal attendants, but we also have a lot of the metal trades and a lot of the different trade positions also. So there are a multitude of different areas that you can go with Washington State Ferries. It's not just one or the other. So if you see yourself in one area and you feel like that's not the right fit for you, there are many opportunities that you have with Washington State Ferries. One of the biggest things that we like to pride ourselves in is that Washington Washington's WSF, Washington State Ferries, is also, we like the work-life balance. So it's your ability to work and have a personal life away from your home, because you are centralized right here in Washington State. And the longevity of our careers. We have a lot of our staff members who have over 30 years of experience, and it's not uncommon for that to happen. Our pay rates are reasonable. It is collectively bargained through a bargaining unit, and currently these are our rates that we are paying at this point in time. Benefits. Like I said, I like to say Washington State is more than just a paycheck. So you have to look beyond just the salary amount and take into consideration the different benefits that we have to offer, like our pension plans. With Washington State Ferries, we're consistently ranked in the top 10 nationally for our Department of Retirement Services. So we have our pension plans, our deferred compensation. We have comprehensive medical, dental, vision, and life insurance. You do get a a work travel pass, and you do get paid vacation time and paid sick time and holiday time. And you are overtime eligible with Washington State Ferries. As a Washington State employee, you must be responsible and reliable. You must be courteous and respectful when interacting with your coworkers and the public. And customer service is key, because that's what we're there to provide this service for. You must be goal-oriented, humble, and ready to work. And how do you apply for Washington State Ferries? You go to wash.jobs.com, and that's how to get to apply. And any questions? That's my short little presentation.
I think a lot of our young viewers here may not know what a pension plan is. Are you able to describe that to our audience here?
Yeah, a pension plan is a lot like a 401k. However, a pension plan with a 401k, you put money into your 401k plan, and once the money runs out, that's all you have to spend for your retirement. A pension plan is you put money into the account, the employer also puts money into the account, and you will have this until you will have a retirement until time of death. So you will continue to have some type of a pension or some type of an income. Once you reach, there's a certain amount of years that you have to put in, and once you reach those years of service as a state employee, you are eligible for that pension plan. So you do have to meet the eligibility of it. It's a great, not very many employers.
Renee, could you also talk about any prerequisites they may need to have, a high school diploma, any college credits, a Washington driver's license? What about background issues, if they have any of those?
Okay, so actually, yes, actually with our entry-level positions, which are basically our on-call and our on-call deckhands and our terminal attendants, you do need to have a valid TWIC card, and for our deckhands, you do have to have a valid MMC as ordinary seaman, at least, to get started. Do you need experience in the industry? Not necessarily. That is something that is trainable, but you do need to have those credentials. You do have need to have a high school diploma.
Can anyone tell us where you earn those credentials? If you're coming out of high school this year?
Yeah, if you're coming out of high school this year, you can earn those credentials. You would go into you would apply for the credentials through the U.S. Coast Guard website. And if you go into the positions right now, we do have an open position for our deckhands that we have open right now. So if you go to the wash.jobs.com, you can see, and we do have links to those websites where they can link you up to where you need to go to get those credentials. Also, you can also email me at masonr@wsdot.wa.gov, and I will be able to help you with any information with that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Renee. Does anybody else have any questions for Renee?
Does the state offer training to move up move up to a different position? Like, say you get your credential and start as a deckhand, does the state then offer training to move up into further jobs in the future?
A lot of the for the deckhands, a lot of the credentials that you need to get a higher credential is sea time, and so just spending the time on the vessel earns your sea time, which will help you gain those other credentials needed to move up.
And it sounds like here, as well as a lot of our other presenters, I think it becomes clearer that maritime doesn't necessarily mean you need to be on the water. There are positions that are even administrative if you're interested in working in the office and keeping it there, and you can still contribute to the industry that way. Yes,
That is totally correct. Yeah,
for the
Yes.
landlubbers.
that's right. There's a ton of different positions. Like I said, there's a multitude. So if you find that you start out as a deckhand, you find that that's not your niche. There are so many different areas that you can go into, from accounting to the metal trades, or to, I mean, there's just so many areas within Washington State Ferries that you can go into if you find that it's not your thing.
Thank you. Is there any other questions about working for Washington State Ferries? All right, thank you so much. Jojo.
Thank you.
Renee, thank you again.